Breathe deeply and settle into stillness. What I'm about to share with you tonight will sound completely backwards to everything you've been taught about success. You've been told that wealth comes from hustling, from grinding, from pushing, from forcing. You've been told that if you want money, you have to chase it, pursue it, hunt it down. But tonight, I'm going to show you the opposite truth. Wealth doesn't come to those who chase. Wealth comes to those who become still. Wealth doesn't flow to the noisy mind. Wealth flows to the quiet mind. And in the next 20 minutes, you're going to discover why silence is the most powerful manifesting tool you'll ever use. Before we begin, I need you to do something right now. Leave a comment with these exact words: I quiet my mind and wealth finds me. This isn't just a comment. This is your declaration that you're willing to stop fighting, stop forcing, stop pushing, and instead allow. So write it now. I quiet my mind and wealth finds me. Feel something soften inside you as you write it. This is the beginning of receptivity. Now let me explain something that most people never understand about wealth. Wealth is not created through effort alone. Wealth is created through alignment. You can work 18 hours a day, but if your mind is chaotic, if your thoughts are scattered, if your energy is fragmented, you're working against yourself. You're like a radio trying to receive a signal while surrounded by static. The signal is there, the wealth is there, the abundance is there, but you can't receive it because your mind is too noisy. Think about it. When was the last time you had a brilliant idea? When was the last time a solution to a problem suddenly appeared in your mind? I'll tell you when. It wasn't when you were stressed. It wasn't when you were forcing. It wasn't when your mind was racing with 1,000 thoughts. It was when you were quiet. Maybe you were in the shower. Maybe you were taking a walk. Maybe you were just about to fall asleep. In that moment of stillness, in that gap between thoughts, something came through. An insight, an inspiration, an answer. That's not coincidence. That's how the universe communicates, through stillness, through silence, through the quiet mind. There's an infinite intelligence all around you right now, an ocean of ideas and possibilities and opportunities. But you can only access it when your mind is quiet enough to receive. When your mind is noisy, when it's filled with worry and doubt and anxiety and endless mental chatter, you're cut off from that intelligence. You're disconnected from the source of all creativity, all innovation, all wealth. This is why the wealthiest, most successful people in the world all have one thing in common. They have a practice of quieting their mind. They meditate, they contemplate, they sit in silence. Not because they're spiritual seekers, but because they understand that stillness is where power comes from. Stillness is where clarity comes from. Stillness is where wealth is born. Your mind is like a pond. When the pond is turbulent, when the water is churning and splashing, you can't see through it. You can't see what's beneath the surface, but when the pond becomes still, when the water settles, suddenly you can see clearly. You can see all the way to the bottom. You can see opportunities that were always there, but were invisible in the turbulence. This is what happens when you quiet your mind. Clarity emerges, vision appears. The path forward becomes obvious, but most people never experience this because they never quiet their mind. They wake up in the morning and immediately grab their phone, immediately fill their mind with news, with social media, with other people's thoughts and opinions. They go through their entire day in a state of constant mental stimulation. And then they wonder why they feel stuck. They wonder why brilliant ideas never come to them. They wonder why wealth seems to flow to others but not to them. It's because they've never created space for wealth to enter. Their mind is so full of noise that there's no room for the signal. Tonight, that changes. Tonight, you're going to discover what happens when you give yourself just 20 minutes of silence. 20 minutes where you're not consuming information, not trying to figure things out, not forcing or pushing or striving, just being, just listening, just receiving. And in that silence, wealth will begin to find you. Not because you're doing anything, but because you've finally created space for it to come. If you haven't already, write in the comments, I quiet my mind and wealth finds me. And if this message is resonating with you, if you feel a deep knowing that this is true, subscribe to this channel and like this video, because what I'm sharing with you tonight is ancient wisdom applied to modern manifestation. This is how the universe actually works. Now, let's prepare for your 20-minute practice. But first, I need to explain what you're actually doing during these 20 minutes, because it's not what most people think. You're not trying to stop your thoughts. You're not trying to force your mind to be blank. That's impossible, and it's not the goal. What you're doing is becoming the observer of your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. You're creating space between you and your mental activity. You're learning to rest in the stillness that exists beneath all the noise. Think of your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky. The clouds are constantly moving, constantly changing. But the sky itself, the space in which the clouds move, that's always still, always peaceful, always there. Most people identify with the clouds. They think they are their thoughts, but you're not your thoughts. You're the sky. You're the space. You're the stillness. And when you recognize this, when you rest in this, everything changes. Your thoughts lose their power over you. Your worries and doubts and fears, they're still there, but they're just clouds passing through. They don't define you. They don't control you. You're resting in the stillness beneath them. And from that place of stillness, your vibration naturally rises. You're no longer generating the chaotic, scattered frequency of the anxious mind. You're generating the clear, powerful frequency of the still mind. And that frequency is a magnet for wealth. Here's why. Wealth itself is a frequency. It's a vibration. And that vibration is one of ease, of flow, of abundance, of certainty. It's not a vibration of struggle. It's not a vibration of anxiety. When you're in a state of mental chaos, your vibration is low and erratic. You're sending out mixed signals to the universe. But when you're in a state of stillness, your vibration becomes pure. It becomes clear. It becomes powerful. And it automatically aligns with the frequency of wealth. This is why you don't have to chase wealth when your mind is quiet. Wealth comes to you. Opportunities come to you. The right people come to you. The right ideas come to you. Everything flows to you because you're no longer blocking it with mental noise. You're open. You're receptive. You're aligned. Now let me tell you exactly what's going to happen during your 20-minute practice tonight. You're going to sit comfortably, close your eyes, and simply breathe. That's it. No complicated technique, no special mantras. Just breathing and being present with whatever arises. Thoughts will come, that's fine. You don't fight them, you don't judge them. You just notice them and let them pass, like clouds across the sky. And you return your attention to your breath. At first, your mind will probably be very noisy. It will jump from thought to thought, from worry to worry. It will try to pull you into planning, into problem solving, into reliving the past, or rehearsing the future. This is normal. This is your mind's habit. It's been running on autopilot for years, maybe decades. It doesn't know how to be still yet, but that's okay. You're teaching it. With patience and consistency, you're training your mind to settle, to quiet, to rest. And here's what starts to happen after a few minutes. The thoughts begin to slow down. The space between thoughts begins to widen. And in that space, you start to feel something. Peace, clarity, presence. And underneath all of that, something even deeper. A sense of connection. A sense of knowing, a sense that everything is okay, that everything is working out, that abundance is your natural state. This isn't something you create through effort. This is something you discover through stillness. It was always there. You just couldn't feel it because your mind was too loud. And from this place, from this deep stillness, your subconscious mind begins to receive. Remember, your subconscious mind is about 30,000 times more powerful than your conscious mind, and it's connected to infinite intelligence. It has access to solutions, to ideas, to opportunities that your conscious mind could never conceive. But it can only communicate with you when you're quiet. When your conscious mind is racing, when it's filled with noise, it drowns out the wisdom of your subconscious. But when you become still, you can hear it, you can feel it, you can receive its guidance. This is why breakthroughs happen in stillness. This is why insights come when you stop trying. This is why the answer appears when you let go. Your subconscious has been trying to give you the solution all along, but you've been too busy thinking to receive it. Now, tonight, you're going to create space to receive. And I promise you, if you do this sincerely, if you give yourself these 20 minutes of genuine stillness, something will shift. Maybe it's subtle, maybe it's profound, but something will change. Close your eyes right now for just 60 seconds. I want you to practice this with me. Breathe in slowly through your nose. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. Don't try to control your thoughts. Just observe them. Notice them arising. Notice them passing. And keep returning your attention to your breath. Do this for 60 seconds right now. Notice what happened. Even in just 60 seconds, you probably felt your nervous system begin to calm. You probably felt a slight settling, a slight softening. Now imagine what happens when you do this for 20 minutes. That settling deepens. That softness expands. And you drop into a state where wealth can find you, where ideas can reach you, where opportunities can present themselves to you. And here's something beautiful. This practice doesn't just work while you're sitting in silence. The effects carry into your day. When you start your day with 20 minutes of stillness, you move through the rest of your day from a different frequency. You're calmer, you're clearer, you're more present, you make better decisions. You see opportunities you would have missed. You respond to challenges with wisdom instead of reacting with anxiety. You operate from your highest self instead of from your programmed patterns. And people feel this. When you're centered, when you're still inside, people are drawn to you. They trust you. They want to work with you. They want to invest in you. This is not manipulation. This is simply the natural result of being aligned, of being connected to your power, of operating from stillness instead of from chaos. Let me tell you what most people get wrong about manifestation. They think it's about action. They think it's about doing more, trying harder, pushing faster. But that's only half of the equation. Action is important, yes, but action without alignment is just struggle. It's like rowing a boat against the current. You might make progress, but it's exhausting. But when you align first, when you quiet your mind and tap into your inner guidance, and then take action from that place, it's like rowing with the current. Everything flows. Everything is easier. You accomplish more with less effort because you're aligned with the natural flow of abundance. This is the secret that wealthy people understand, consciously or unconsciously. They know that the best business ideas don't come from brainstorming sessions. They come from stillness. They know that the best investment decisions don't come from analyzing spreadsheets for hours. They come from intuition, from that inner knowing that can only be accessed in stillness. They know that the best relationships, the best partnerships, the best opportunities, they all come when you're aligned, when you're centered, when you're still enough to recognize them. So tonight, when you do your 20-minute practice, understand that you're not wasting time. You're not being lazy. You're not avoiding your responsibilities. You're doing the most important work there is. You're aligning with the source of all wealth. You're tuning into the frequency where abundance lives. You're creating space for miracles to occur. And I want to be very clear about something. This practice is not about escaping your life. It's not about avoiding your problems. It's about gaining the clarity and the strength to handle your life with wisdom. When you quiet your mind, you don't become passive. You become powerful. You don't lose your drive. You gain true motivation, the kind that comes from alignment instead of from fear. You don't stop taking action. You start taking inspired action, the kind that actually creates results. Let me give you a specific example. Let's say you have a financial problem. Bills are piling up. Money is tight. The old way of handling this is to panic, to stress, to force yourself to work harder, to desperately search for solutions. And you know what happens? You make poor decisions from that place of panic. You take jobs that drain you. You enter into bad partnerships. You grasp at opportunities that aren't right for you. And you stay stuck in the cycle of struggle. But what if instead you took 20 minutes to quiet your mind first? You sit, you breathe, you let the panic settle, you let the fear pass through, you drop into stillness. And from that place, you ask your inner guidance, what's the wise path forward here? And you listen. You don't force an answer, you just create space for one to emerge. And often, within those 20 minutes, or shortly after, an idea will come, a real solution. Not a desperate fix, but an actual path forward. Maybe it's an idea for a new income stream. Maybe it's the insight to reach out to a specific person. Maybe it's the realization that you need to let go of something that's been draining your resources. This is the power of the quiet mind. It gives you access to wisdom, to clarity, to intelligence that your anxious mind could never access. And that wisdom, that clarity, that's what creates real, lasting wealth. Not the desperate hustle, not the anxious striving, but the aligned action that comes from stillness. Now, let me teach you exactly how to do your 20-minute practice tonight. Find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed. Sit comfortably. You don't have to sit cross-legged on the floor if that's uncomfortable. You can sit in a chair. Just make sure your spine is relatively straight so energy can flow freely. Close your eyes and begin to breathe naturally. Don't force your breath. Just observe it. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. As you breathe, thoughts will arise. This is guaranteed. Your mind will try to pull you into thinking, into planning, into worrying. When this happens, and it will happen many times, don't judge yourself. Don't think you're doing it wrong. Simply notice that you've been thinking and gently bring your attention back to your breath. It's like training a puppy. The puppy wanders off. You gently bring it back. It wanders off again. You bring it back again. No frustration, no force, just gentle, patient redirection. And gradually, over the 20 minutes, you'll notice the thoughts slowing down, the space between thoughts widening, and you'll start to feel a sense of peace, a sense of presence, a sense of being here, now, in this moment, not lost in the past or the future, but fully present. And in that presence, you're open, you're receptive, you're aligned. Some of you might experience insights during this practice, sudden ideas, flashes of knowing, answers to questions you've been asking. If this happens, wonderful. Make a mental note and then return to your breath. Don't chase the idea. Don't start planning around it. Just acknowledge it and let it be. After your 20 minutes, you can write it down. You can take action on it. But during the practice, you're just being, just receiving, just allowing. Others of you might not have any big insights during the practice. You might just feel peace. Or you might feel nothing at all except frustration that your mind won't shut up. That's okay too. The benefits of this practice aren't always immediate or obvious. Sometimes the shift happens beneath the surface. Sometimes the insight comes hours later when you're doing something else. Sometimes the benefit is simply that your nervous system learned to settle a little bit more, and tomorrow it will be easier. The key is consistency. Don't do this once and expect your life to transform overnight. Your mind has been running on autopilot, probably in a state of low-level anxiety for years. It takes time to train it to settle, but if you commit to 20 minutes every day, you will see changes. Within a week, you'll notice you're calmer. Within 2 weeks, you'll notice you're making better decisions. Within a month, you'll notice opportunities appearing that weren't there before. This isn't magic. This is simply the natural result of aligning your vibration through stillness. And here's something powerful. As you continue this practice, you'll start to notice that wealth shows up in unexpected ways. Maybe someone offers you a business opportunity. Maybe you get an idea for a product or service that people actually want. Maybe an old debt is repaid that you'd written off. Maybe you find money you didn't know you had. Maybe you get a raise or a bonus. Maybe a new client appears out of nowhere. These aren't coincidences. This is the law of attraction responding to your new frequency. When your mind is quiet, your vibration is pure and strong, and that vibration is a signal to the universe. It's like a beacon that attracts matching frequencies, and wealth, being a high frequency, is attracted to your stillness. But you have to trust the process. You have to be patient. You have to keep showing up to the practice even when you don't see immediate results. This is where most people fail. They try meditation once or twice, don't see their bank account magically fill up, and they quit. They go back to the hustle, to the force, to the anxiety, and they stay stuck in the same patterns. Don't be that person. Be the person who understands that real transformation takes time. Be the person who commits to the practice not because it's easy, but because it's effective. Be the person who quiets their mind every day, even when it feels like nothing is happening, because you understand that something is always happening beneath the surface. Write in the comments one more time, I quiet my mind and wealth finds me. Each time you write this, you're programming your subconscious. You're reinforcing your commitment. You're declaring your intention. Now let me address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but I don't have 20 minutes. I'm too busy. I have too much to do. And I understand. Life is demanding. There are responsibilities, deadlines, people depending on you. But here's what I want you to understand. Those 20 minutes of stillness will make the other 23 hours and 40 minutes of your day more productive. They will give you clarity that saves you hours of confused, ineffective action. They will give you insights that prevent you from wasting time on wrong paths. They will give you energy that allows you to accomplish more with less effort. You don't have time not to quiet your mind. Every minute you spend in chaos, in scattered thinking, in anxious striving, is a minute wasted. But every minute you spend in stillness is an investment that pays compound interest. So even if you have to wake up 20 minutes earlier, even if you have to say no to something else to create this space, do it. Make it non-negotiable, because this is how you change your life. This is how wealth finds you. And here's a secret. Once you start this practice, once you experience the peace and the clarity and the insights that come from it, you won't want to skip it. It won't feel like a chore. It will feel like the most important part of your day. It will feel like coming home to yourself. It will feel like drinking water when you're thirsty. It will become something you crave, something you need, something you protect. Now, I want to give you a specific technique to deepen your practice. After you've been breathing and settling for about 10 minutes, I want you to bring a gentle focus to your heart area, not with your hands, but with your awareness. Imagine that you're breathing in and out through your heart. And as you do this, feel gratitude. It doesn't have to be gratitude for anything specific, just a general sense of appreciation for being alive, for having this moment, for having the opportunity to connect with yourself. Gratitude is one of the highest frequencies there is, and when you combine it with stillness, you create an incredibly powerful manifestation state. You're not asking for anything. You're not trying to get anything. You're just appreciating what is. And from that place of appreciation, from that frequency of gratitude, wealth flows naturally, effortlessly, inevitably. Stay with this for the remaining 10 minutes, breathing through your heart, feeling gratitude and just being, just present, just open. If thoughts come, and they will, just let them pass and return to your breath, return to your heart, return to gratitude. And then, when 20 minutes have passed, don't jump up immediately. Take a moment to transition. Open your eyes slowly. Notice how you feel. Notice the quality of your thoughts. Notice the sense of peace or clarity or presence. And then carry that with you into your day. Move from that place. Speak from that place. Decide from that place. Create from that place. This is how you become a magnet for wealth. Not by chasing it, not by forcing it, but by becoming so still, so centered, so aligned that wealth has no choice but to find you. Because you're vibrating at its frequency. Because you're open to receive it. Because you've created space for it to enter your life. Let me share one more thing with you before we close. The mind that's constantly racing, constantly worrying, constantly trying to figure everything out, that mind is operating from a paradigm of lack. It's operating from the belief that you have to make things happen, that you have to control everything, that if you're not constantly thinking and planning, everything will fall apart. This is a scarcity paradigm, and it creates a scarcity reality. But the mind that can be still, that can trust, that can release control, and simply be, that mind is operating from a paradigm of abundance. It understands that the universe is intelligent. It understands that there's a natural flow to life. It understands that when you align with that flow, everything you need comes to you. This is an abundance paradigm, and it creates an abundance reality. So your 20-minute practice isn't just about relaxation. It's about shifting your paradigm. It's about training yourself to trust instead of control, to allow instead of force, to receive instead of chase. And as your paradigm shifts, your entire reality shifts with it. Tonight, commit to your 20 minutes. Set a timer so you don't have to think about the time. Find your quiet space. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes and breathe. Let your thoughts come and go like clouds. Return again and again to your breath. And if you remember, bring your awareness to your heart and feel gratitude. That's it. That's the practice. Simple but profound. And do this every day, not just tonight, but every single day. Make it as non-negotiable as brushing your teeth, because just like brushing your teeth protects your physical health, this practice protects your mental, emotional, and financial health. This is how you stay aligned. This is how you stay connected to your power. This is how you stay in the frequency where wealth can find you. Before you begin your practice tonight, place your hand on your heart and say silently, I release the need to force and control. I trust the intelligence of the universe. I quiet my mind and open myself to receive. Wealth flows to me naturally when I am still. I am ready. I am open. I am aligned. Feel those words settle into your body. Feel them become your truth. And then, let's begin your practice together right now. Even if you're lying in bed, even if you're in a car or on a bus listening to this, take the next few moments to close your eyes and breathe. Inhale slowly, deeply, through your nose. Hold for a moment at the top. Exhale slowly, completely, through your mouth. And again, inhale, hold, exhale. Notice how your body begins to relax. Notice how your mind begins to quiet. This is your natural state. This is where your power lives. This is the frequency where wealth finds you. Continue breathing at your own pace. If thoughts arise, let them. If feelings arise, let them. You're not trying to stop anything. You're just being present with whatever is. You're the sky, and all of this is just clouds passing through. You're the stillness beneath the movement. You're the peace beneath the noise. And as you rest in this stillness, know that you're aligning with abundance. Know that you're opening to receive. Know that wealth is finding you right now, in this moment, not because you're doing anything, but because you've finally stopped doing long enough to let it in. Stay here as long as you need, and when you're ready, when your 20 minutes are complete, slowly open your eyes, take a deep breath, and step into your day knowing that you're different. Your frequency has shifted, your paradigm is changing, and your reality is about to reflect that change. Wealth is finding you, not because you chased it, but because you became still enough to let it come.